up with me is the surest way to achieve your revenge. But first, let me make this very clear. I have no intention of interfering with your mission. On the contrary, I wish to help. I believe you came here in search of a unit that the Vulgus lost in transit. It may have slipped your mind because our paths have crossed more frequently in recent times, but I am a counselor of the Council of Magisters. If I so wished, I could access all of HQ's communications records. Have you also forgotten that we designed the Deceive links for the Descendants? Well, anyway, your findings piqued my interest, and the location also happened to be the Agna Desert. The Agna Desert. How could I forget this place? The Agna Desert was one of the regions we Magisters chose when we fled from the Vulgus, and I was one of those who fled here. I memorized much of the terrain of this land back then, in order to carry out our plans unseen by enemy eyes. The hideouts we used are still there. However, you will not be able to find them, even with your spatial tracking device. That is why I have personally come to help you. It would not hurt for us to work together. What do you say?
I have more than a few doubts. But it's not a good idea to antagonize Kasanax right now. The smart thing to do would be to find out why he wants to help me.
Why don't you give me the benefit of the doubt? If we continue to waste time like this, the Vulgus might get to their mislaid unit first. Don't you agree?
I'll go alone, with you guiding me.
You have exhausted your body prosthetic. Your neural circuits are close to being overloaded. I can numb your pain receptors for now, if you wish, but...
No, I don't want that. I need to keep my neural activation levels high, and the pain keeps my senses sharp. Besides, if you numb my sense of pain, I won't be able to imagine the pain I'm going to inflict on those who made me what I am.
So very determined. As you wish. I will transmit the coordinates to your Deceive channel. As you know, I am one of the Vulgus' key targets. This means I am not permitted to roam as freely as I would like. So I will be returning to Albion. You will find the information you seek in the coordinates.
director of the Prowler project was Xanax.
From your coordinates, I assume you must have located the information. Once you've composed yourself, return to me. I will tell you everything. Why I led you there. Why I allowed you to unearth that information.
Odzyskana treść. Projekt Maruderka. Omówienie. Stworzenie dwunożnej jednostki specjalizującej się w zabójstwach z bliska. Kierownik projektu Xenax. Cele prac. 1. Stworzenie zabójcy działającego z bliska, który używa prądu o wysokim napięciu. Dodatki. Ulepszenia do wprowadzenia w istniejących jednostkach specjalizujących się w zabójstwach. 2. Opracowanie jednostki dwunożnej, co zwiększy jej zwrotność w terenie i przy grawitacji innych niż na Klipow. Dodatki. Raport na temat topografii Ingris. 3. Stworzenie całego ciała pozwoli opracowywać podobne jednostki, a także wymieniać protezy ciał elitarnych jednostek. Dodatki. Spis elitarnych jednostek wymagających udoskonalonych protez ciała. 4. Dodanie systemu maskującego, który pozwoli jednostce pozostać niezauważoną i daje jej przewagę nad innymi zabójcami działającymi z bliska. 5. Różnorodne uzbrojenie do walki wręcz i na dystans. Dodatki. Lista wszystkich wyposażonych broni Legionu Nieśmiertelności. Autor Xenax. Kierownik projektu Maruderka Legionu Nieśmiertelności.
I have no intention of getting in your way. Do not glare at me with such murderous intent. I said I would tell you everything.
So quit stalling and tell me, why is your name on the Prowler project? You were the director? Why did you keep this from me all this time?
The Prowler project was one that I ran while I was with the Vulgus. Through it, I was able to make great progress with research into body prosthetic technology. I eventually succeeded in constructing the Prowler. But the Prowler I created killed elite members of Colon and left you, their commander, in a terrible state. If you were in my place, could you have revealed this awful truth? Driven by guilt and a need to atone, I built you a state-of-the-art prosthetic body, using the expertise I gained from developing the Prowler. Once your body was ready, I applied the arcade drive technology. Thankfully, it has kept you alive up to this point. This fact remains, even if you resent me for everything that you uncover. Do not be angry, Sharen. I never meant to deceive you.
How could you? Xanax, if you truly felt sorry, you should have helped me get my revenge sooner. You thought these prosthetic implants could atone for what you did to me and my men? Are you kidding me?
Of course not. Which is why I came to you for true redemption. Sharen, I will serve as bait to lure out the Prowler.
What?
As you know, the Magisters are high priority targets for the Vulgus, and I am at the very top of that elimination list. I am an authority on several body prosthetic technologies including the Prowler Project. As long as I live, the Legion of Immortality runs the risk of being fully analyzed. As soon as I am seen on the battlefield, the Vulgus Legions will send every assassin unit they have at their disposal, including the Prowler, to eliminate me.
So you're willing to die for me now?
I am sorry, but no. I do not intend to surrender that easily. I have been working on a code that can control the body prosthetics of the Legion of Immortality. I'm at the stage where I can complete the code, if I have some key data and the source technology. If this control code can be used to neutralize the Prowler sent to assassinate me, you will have your revenge. I will have atoned, and humanity will have the technology to control the Legion of Immortality. Everyone will get what they want.
I don't need some stupid code to take down that bastard. I need to get started with the operation right away.
Calm yourself, Sharen. Do you truly think the Prowler has not received a single upgrade since I left? Assuredly not. Now that Eamon has integrated the Magister's technology, the Prowler will have become stronger, similar to you. If you rush out there without considering your options, you will only end up losing precious bait, namely me. If you truly wish to carry out your revenge, Sharen, help me. I have always offered you the most efficient course of action. Working with me is the surest way to have your vengeance.
I don't know if it's the most appropriate time to tell you, Sharen, but I've finished analyzing the data I received from number 17. It isn't something I want to discuss over the radio. Please come to the Research Institute. Magisters are probably humanity's real hope. The data that number 17 requested to be analyzed and the data that you accessed on the Prowler Project revealed a significant discrepancy in what we know of the performance of the Prowler. The Vulgus units in your battle simulations were based on the estimated specs of the Prowler that attacked you. But this data shows that the Prowler's power and mobility have improved substantially since that time.
Before we get into that, Anais, let me ask you something. Did you know about any of this? Or did you already know about all of it?
I'm merely a member of the artisan class. I have no knowledge of the actions of the Council or the Counselors. Aside from that, humans already had arcade drive technology when I joined, and research was already being done on body prosthetics. The technology was enabled by Arcade and, similarly, was recorded in internal files as being an ancestor technology. I had no idea.
I can't stomach the fact that my body was developed using the same technology as the bastard that made me like this.
The Arcade drive is nothing more than a tool. You are not the same as the Prowler. You are Sharen Julicia. You are human, a descendant, and the Colon Commander. Machines cannot develop, but humans can. Don't forget the days of pain you had to endure in order to grow.
But I can't beat the Prowler in my current state. I need to upgrade my body prosthetic to carry out my revenge. My body prosthetic is only a tool. I'm just upgrading a tool to make revenge possible.
Number 0. Xenex has sent a message regarding the Legion of Immortality's control device.
I'll be right there.
You have something to tell me? You're here. This is what Xenex has sent us. As you know, when the Magisters came over to the side of humanity, they tried to steal as much advanced material and technology as possible to take with them, but they were thwarted by the Vulgus who pursued them. So they created encrypted vaults and stored the materials and technology inside, then hid those vaults all over Ingress. As Casenix was one of those magisters, he did the same. Casenix hid the core materials necessary for the development of the Legion of Immortality control device in an encrypted vault. He insisted that we retrieve them. The zone Casenix chose to hide them in is Hagios. Given the vastness of Hagios, the vault is not going to be easy to find.
There's nothing easy about this operation. Don't worry, we'll find it.
It's a shame that these encrypted vaults can only be opened by a Descendant. I'm sorry that I can't be of more help.
Don't sweat it. Encrypted vaults are classified. They're designed to be detected only within a sieve.
Understood. Please contact me immediately if you need any help.
Must have found what I stashed away. I will be so glad to have them back. I will be eagerly awaiting your return in Albion. intention of getting in your way. Finally, thank you for recovering these, Sharen. Now I can design the Legion of Immortality control code. All that's left to obtain is the Vulgus network source technology in order to disseminate the code. However, this will be a completely different level of difficulty compared with locating the encrypted vault. This technology is one of the most heavily guarded and classified pieces of information that the Vulgus have. The most likely place for this technology to be stored currently is the Fortress, the headquarters of the Vulgus. If an opening presents itself for us to infiltrate the Fortress, we can use it to acquire the source technology. It will not be easy, clearly, but for you to have your revenge on the Prowler, we need that technology.
Don't worry, we'll get it, one way or another. But you better be sure about this, Xanax. I staked everything on getting revenge. There's no turning back from this now.
Ha! I have no intention of turning back either, Sharen. We will see this through to the end. Teaming up with me is the surest way to achieve your revenge. Humans destroyed an iron heart. I cannot believe my eyes. I really cannot believe it. How could they manage this? They know what they have done. The fate of the Magisters.
HQ and the Descendants did what they had to do. What was best? Alpha made the decision to protect Albion and Ingress. I know that the Magisters have different opinions when it comes to the Ironhearts. But don't we have something more important to do right now, Xanax? Now would be a good time to recover the source technology from inside the fortress. It's time for you to play your part.
Yes, you are right. As a Magister, I must play my part for the future of my species. I will tell you where the technology is likely to be stored. Search there and bring me what we need.
The location seems to be underground.
Judging by the look of the base, they were likely trying to smuggle the classified data out of the fortress to safety. If this is the case, you should check the underground air raid shelter. It may be more dangerous than the areas above ground. was not wrong. They were in a hurry and did not manage to split the technical data as much as they wanted. It is likely that they intended to transport the other half of the data through the underground evacuation tunnel. I have traced the location where the data you acquired was stored. It appears to be not far from the heart of the fortress. The data that they sent the furthest away was what you have just acquired. So the remainder should be somewhere near the heart. Investigate the evacuation and data storage facilities around the heart of the fortress. Once we locate the other half of the data, it is only a matter of time before you and I both achieve our goals.
Xanax, I have the remaining technical data. I'll join you at your location.
Excellent news. I'll be waiting for you at the Aurora Forest Forward base. have no intention of getting in your way. All right. Add the remaining data here. Perfect. I can now complete the Legion of Immortality control code. But Sharen, there is something I must ask you. Are you truly ready for this? As you said, there is no turning back. No one can stop the motion of the cogs once they start to turn.
I've been waiting for this moment. I'm ready.
Very well. Then I will see you back in Albion. I need time to integrate the technology you have secured and to prepare for the final act. I have no intention of getting in your way. I have finally completed the Legion of Immortality control code. This will protect me when I act as bait to lure out the Prowler, and as it will be unable to resist, you will destroy it. How long have I had to wait for this? But now the rewards are within reach. I will make this all worth it, Sharen.
Everything's going according to plan? You know I've been waiting for this moment. I've prepared an escape route for you after you do your bit as bait. If something goes wrong, you'll also be in danger.
Do you think I do not know that I could die if this plan fails? My life depends on you also playing your part. Listen carefully. To be effective, the Legion of Immortality control code must be uploaded at a terminal linked to the Vulgus network. The best place to install the code is the Unknown Laboratory, located in the Sterile Land. It is the central hub of the Vulgus network, which means we can disseminate the control code throughout the network. But this also means the Prowler will easily register my signal. You'll need to infiltrate the location quickly and upload the control code before the Prowler takes me out of play.
Are you sure the Prowler will show up? There are just too many variables, even if you are their priority target.
Trust me, Sharen. The Prowler will be there. I guarantee it. Just focus on the infiltration. Even without the Prowler, the Unknown Laboratory is heavily guarded. It will not be an easy fight. Let me know when you are ready.
The time has finally come for you to take revenge. I will remain on standby near the sterile land just in case. Good luck, number 0.
Thank you, number 17. I'll return with news of my success. Over.
Teaming up with me is the surest way to achieve your revenge.
Number 0, please be careful. We have identified self-destruct units that exceed the standard power output that we calculated inside the lab. Use active camouflage to conceal yourself and avoid engagement. Even using our most conservative estimates, the units are too powerful to withstand, unless you have a blast-proof suit like SMO.
Oh, looks like they've changed their anti-infiltration tactics. Thanks for the info, number 17.
Sharen, do you really believe we can make it to the network hub?
We'll trade this place anytime. Don't worry about
4-0. I picked up a brief response of a unit with Kanał material at the same time as yours. There is a high probability it is the Prowler.
So it did show up. And sooner than expected. I better hurry and move the code.
Something's not right. The Prowler responded too quickly. They can't just be targeting the Magister.
I guess Xanax would be a very valuable target to them. He's excellent bait.
Huh. I suppose we will find out soon enough.
Enter stealth state.
Xanax will be arriving at the Vulgus network hub shortly. I need to know what to do after the control code is uploaded.
As soon as the code is finished uploading, all Legion of Immortality units in this facility will be under my control. However, high-ranking Prowler-type units have built-in protections against technological warfare. It will take some time for the code to activate. The Prowler will probably attempt to escape in the meantime.
And that's my window to take it down. Got it.
signal is getting weaker. Sharen!
The Legion of Immortality control code activated. It's time to retrieve you, Sharen. I told you. You and the Prowler share the same lineage. This means you must also respond to the control code.
Why me?
The ultimate goal of the Prowler project is to turn our agents into disciples. My predecessors left no safeguards in place when they awakened the inheritance of the Descendants in humanity. As if they'd forgotten how they after giving Corel and the Vulgus ultimate power. I didn't want history to repeat itself for my species. We needed to have soldiers we could control, power them with puppet, and follow our orders, gather leadership in times of emergency. And you were my test subject, Sharen Julicia. After the time spent having my imperfect Prowler, accepted candidates, and then implanting the arcane
type units have built-in protections against technological warfare. If I stop the activation of the control code now, I might still have a chance. I need to find the nearest Vulgus terminal.
Technological warfare protection should have lapsed by now. How is she still here? Is it her arcade? Well, with the control code, I will be able to manipulate the future descendants as soon as they receive what each their implants. Brother, this is your final order. Capture Sharen. Be as forceful with her as you like. In fact, just as you were the day you removed her limbs. How does it feel to face your old enemy, Sharen? Just as before, I still have you in the palm of my hand. Proud. Subdue Sharen by the time I arrive. She will soon become the real you. So do not kill her.
Not yet. Not here, no. Snap out of it. Not until Kane did this to me.
It seems the control code has finally been activated. Yes, it has been a long time indeed. Get up, Sharen. Or should I call you Prowler now? Do you know how much time and effort it took to create you? No one will ever know. And that is most important, because going forward, you will be taking orders from someone that no one else will ever know about. Alpha has gone too far. Humanity needs to be controlled. Prowler. Eliminate Alpha and his staff and take over HQ. We are going to be busy, you and I. We'll lead humanity and take control of the Iron Hearts. Yes, with the next Iron Heart. What have you done?
If I focus on its prickly, throbbing ache, it reminds me that I'm not a powerful coach, but only a weak human being.
Damnation!
But that still has its advantages. Humans cannot be controlled by some code.
Damn it! My technology was without proof. My technology!
It's over.
Sharen, I can imagine that you're not likely happy to see me right now, but could you allow me a moment?
Sure. I have a lot of questions for you too, Anais. I'll be right there.
Oh, a special human child. What do you need? I have been informed of what happened in full. I'm truly sorry about how everything turned out. I want you to know that this wasn't the collective will or the intention of every Magister, including myself. Casenix acted alone in this matter. On behalf of the Magisters, I apologize. We never planned to use you in this way.
An apology isn't necessary, because I was able to learn the truth. And thanks to you, I remembered something I'd long forgotten. The reason I could withstand the Legion of Immortality control code, even though I was built with the same technology as the Prowler, wasn't because of my body prosthetic or my RK. It was because of my human resolve. I realized that in every moment and every situation, it isn't my mechanical body that enables me to overcome a crisis. It is my own humanity and my will. That being said, it doesn't make the betrayal by the Magisters, no, by Xenax, any less painful. If you and the rest of the Magisters are truly sorry, if you genuinely mean it, then you can proceed with the ultimate project for me, Anais. I have 2 conditions. 1, it must be a body prosthetic that doesn't need to be maintained by the Magisters. I need a body that I can look after myself, just as a human takes care of their own body. 2, I must be able to feel pain. Complete the ultimate Descendant project under those 2 conditions, and I'll accept your apology as being sincere.
Pain? I thought you asked me to block your ability to feel pain once your revenge was complete.
I did, back then. But I've changed my mind. Pain reminds me that I am human. I want to keep that feeling.
Yes, I see what you mean. It won't be easy, but it will be done. That's a promise.
Good. I look forward to hearing more. It's all over. I thought I'd feel a sense of release when I reached the end of my revenge journey, but I don't feel that at all. I feel the opposite. I don't have a goal to work toward anymore. I worked toward getting stronger so I could carry out my revenge. I endured it all solely for revenge. But I need to remember that this is only natural too. People lose their way all the time. You forget what life means and you have to work hard to find it again. It's painful, but it's proof that you're alive. Sadness, pain, and suffering, they're all part of life. This is just the end of the story of Sharen Julicia, who lived for revenge. Now I can start writing the story of Sharen Julicia, who lived in search of another purpose. I'll gladly face whatever ordeals come my way. My story will never end.
If there's something you need, you'll need